Welcome to D Poetry and Inspiration with your host, author, and life coach and poet, D. Evans. Enjoy. Welcome back to Real Talk Tuesdays, episode 6. So it just hit me, that I'm 6 episodes in because now I want to bring the topics and it's like, ooh, I don't want to offend this person. Ooh, I don't want to offend that person. Ooh, she may think I'm talking about her. Ooh, he may think I'm talking about him. And I had to have this talk with my husband. He's like, look, you in your unapologetic season. People get offended, they get offended. There are more than one person dealing with what that person is dealing with. Talk your ish. So I got to do what my husband said because I got to honor and obey my husband. Yes, Lord. So with that being said, I am in my unapologetic season, guys. I did not become a podcaster to be walking on hands and needles with the things that I want to bring out, the topics I want to talk about. And it's Real Talk Tuesdays. So with that being said, the topic for this Tuesday is the spirit of jealousy, spirit of envy. Growing up, I've never considered myself an envious person, jealous person. I just never had that bone in me. I never envied people for the things they have. I was always happy for people. I was always the one that was cheering for people, even at a young age, throughout my teenage years, college years. I was the one that was so empathetic and sympathetic, always wanted to help people. I was never the jealous type of friend, ever. And when I would experience it, I just never understood. It's like, why are they jealous? Like, why are they envious? And I want to be there for them. So long story short, I never understood it. Up until recently. So let's be transparent. This is Real Talk Tuesday. Nothing's off limits. I'm a very transparent person where I'm at in my life right now today. And up until recently, I went to get a smoothie. So here locally, I went to a Smoothie King. And I saw this lady, beautiful older lady, had to be about 10 years older than me. She was beautiful. She was fit and shape. But that's not why I was jealous. I love seeing beautiful older women, that's in shape. To me, an older woman that's in shape is better than a younger woman. So it's just more beautiful because you're taking care of your body. And if you can be in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s and 70s and you're still looking great, you're going to look good forever. So that's how I always look at that. So I wasn't envious over that. I loved that. I loved seeing that. I was envious when I seen the car she had. She had the same kind of car, model and make as mine, but hers was newer. And the kind of car I have, the year, she had about a 23 or a 2022 or 23. Not sure which one. But they switched up the entire look of the car from the front to the back. And my car's older now. My car is probably, depending on what year she had, 6 to 7 years older. So I was just jealous. I seen her car and I was jealous of her car. And I got back to my car and I was just looking at all the flaws in my car. Just began to complain about my car. And I'm just like, oh gosh, I need a new car. I want a new car. And that spirit was on me the whole day. I'm like, started looking for cars, newer cars and stuff. And every night, I love to meditate over my day. I love to self-reflect over my conversations, over my sessions. As a life coach, it's important that you are giving out sound guidance and, you're not leading people astray. It's a major task. So I'm always reflecting over that and just reflecting over me as a person. What could I have done better? How can I continue to improve as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, as a friend? So I always meditate on those things. And I meditated on the whole car situation and it hit me. I'm like, I had a jealous spirit on me. A jealous spirit was on me. So I meditated on that and I was like, geez, where did that come from? Because that's not me. I am always more happy for people before anything, And in that moment, I felt so bad. I repent because we're not supposed to have a covetous spirit. It really is a sin to be jealous and envious over others. It's a sin. It's a covetous spirit. So I had to repent and understand where that came from. And from meditating, I realized that it came from me not being thankful. And it takes me back to gratitude. Having a spirit of gratitude is important. To attract more, to receive more, you have to be thankful for the things that you currently have. And, I instantly felt bad. And I was like, Lord, I do not want to have that spirit again. So with that being said, whenever you guys find yourself catching that spirit or that spirit jumping on you, instantly when you catch it, rebuke it, ask for forgiveness, and say to yourself, either out loud or within yourself, the things that you're grateful for. Because everyone has a story. There's a backstory to every situation and circumstance. The only thing that we are seeing is what people want us to see, will allow us to see in face value, right? So while we envy others over situations, whether it's materialistic, whether it's not materialistic, we don't know what the truth really is. And that's why we shouldn't envy others. Because we can, for example, envy someone that we see driving a nice new car, expensive car, live in a bigger house, a mansion, and, they have nice jewelry, they have all these things, but we don't know how they got it. And that's envying a sinner. Because what if they robbed and killed to have those things? We don't know the backstory of what they're doing to maintain and get those things. What if they're scamming and doing illegal activities just to have this lifestyle that you are envying and you're being jealous of? What if this woman you're envying is getting beat up and abused every single night? What if she's unhappy and in a situation that she doesn't even want to be in? But from face value and from what it seems like, this person is living a great life. But no one knows what is happening when no one's looking. No one knows what these people have done to get the things that they have, and it might not be materialistic things. You could be envious over someone because they're married, they have a man, they've been with someone for, or a woman, they've been with their partners for a while, and you want that. You don't know what they're going through behind closed doors. You don't know if they're being verbally abusive, if they're being physically abused. You don't know if they're struggling, barely making ends meet. You don't know if they hate each other behind closed doors. All you see is the pictures. All you see is, what you see when they come around, and you envy it, but you don't know the backstory. And there's always a backstory. So let's try to practice not envying what we see, because we don't know what it took or what it takes to maintain and get these things. And it makes me think of Young Miami, the city girl, Young Miami. If you're not into or know who she is, she's a rapper out of out of Miami. And she messes with Diddy. So she recently was on a blogs for admitting to having champagne showers. I think that's what it's called. Not sure, because I don't get down and do all that kind of crazy stuff. But champagne showers is when you allow a man to urinate on you. So safe to say, she's allowing Diddy to urinate on her. And, prior, she bragged about having a relationship with Diddy, like a sponsorship in a relationship where they're not officially together, but he gives her monthly allowance. So before hearing that, and probably still even after, you have younger women that's praising the situation that she's in. Like, oh, you guys wish you had what she has. They're envying the things that they see that she has. They're envying that she has an older man giving her money every month. I believe it's $100,000 a month or $200,000 a month. I'm not sure, but I know it's in the hundreds, thousands, or maybe 100,000. And you have women that's praising that, and they want that. They want to whore themselves out to a sugar daddy, or to what they call nowadays a sponsor, just to maintain a lifestyle of, I fly private jets, a lifestyle of designer bags, a lifestyle of nice, high-end, expensive cars, to continue to push this image, this worldly image of what riches is. And she mentioned that she loves the champagne showers. So in my head, I'm like, wow, who knew that she's getting urinated on every month, who knows how many times, to maintain that lifestyle? She pretty much sold her soul. And in this moment, she doesn't realize, how she is degrading herself, how she sold her soul, because she's in it. So as she get older and more wisdom is applied, more maturity is applied, I can almost guarantee that's going to be something that she will regret. Because there's no telling what else she's doing to maintain this lifestyle and to maintain receiving this money every month. And not just her, it's so many of these women, these social media influencers, these women that you see out here that, don't work, but they are living a large life financially, and they have all these things. They are sacrificing, they're whoring out themselves, they're sacrificing themselves, they're selling their soul to maintain what the world view on and the society view on being bossed up is. Not understanding and realizing that health is wealth. And not only is health wealth, but having a rich spirit, oh my gosh, being rich in spirit beats out having hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars in your bank account any day. Because these women, they're giving their bodies to these men, and they're doing all these nasty things to receive money. They are empty inside. They have no soul. These women are empty. These women are unhappy. When it's time for them to close their eyes at night and go to sleep, they are not at peace. So do you want to continue to envy those kind of lifestyles and be a part of that train? You get what I'm saying? It's Real Talk Tuesday, y'all. I hope I'm not being too deep for you guys, but I'm just keeping it real. We have to stop envying what the world wants us to chase after, because that's not what we were designed to be after and chase after. Okay? And on top of that, having an envious spirit is covetous. All it does is attract more and more of evil spirits onto you. Okay? Because first of all, you're envious of something you see someone has. So next sin is, what are you willing to do to get it? Are you willing to go to the store and rob and steal to get what that person has because now you want it? Now you're committing another sin. And then the sins just pile up and pile up. Okay? Once you allow one in, you're allowing 1,000 more. And that's the attitude you have to have. And it's like this generation of women, this is the type of demon time they're on. They don't care about their salvation anymore. All they care about is the imagery, the image that they're portraying on social media and for their friends. And it's really sad. And, so when I caught myself with that spirit, I was disgusted within myself. I'm like, this is not me. And I'm so thankful for grace and being able to repent and move forward and to be able to talk to this with you guys, because we all have experienced it, but it's about catching it and not allowing it to happen again. So let's make that clear. We don't want to continue to repeat the same mistakes, right? So that's most important. And also I wanted to bring out just relationships. Stop envying other relationships and marriages, because you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. You could be envying somebody and they could be going through adultery. They could be going through just all kind of things. So we have to stop that. When it's your turn, it's your turn. It will come. You continue to build and work on yourself. And if you're single when it's your time will be. But it's no reason to be envious of people and to attract. You don't know what they're going through, and you're attracting that kind of person in your life. And you don't even know what they're dealing with. So there's always a backstory, guys. Real Talk Tuesday, there is always a backstory. There's always a story. Focus on your story, not anyone else's. And be grateful, have the spirit of gratitude. And that's how you keep control of a jealous and envy spirit. Because I see it so many times. Where people are jealous and they don't even know why they're jealous. They're just jealous. And it disheartens me because it's like, geez, do you even know why you're jealous? Why you're envious? You can't even self-examine and understand why. You just know you're jealous and you have a resentment towards this person because of things that they have. You don't know what they've been through. So I want to bring that out, you guys, because in these times we're in, sheesh, this is what social media creates. This is what the world continues to elevate for people to be jealous of sinners, people that are committing sins to maintain the things that they have, and they're glorifying it. So we have to keep that in check, you guys. And I'm so happy to have you listen to this podcast, listen to this show, this series. I want to really focus and hearken onto these kind of topics because it's needed. It needs to be addressed. Your friends aren't going to talk to you about this. Your family aren't going to talk to you about this. And this is what I want to focus on, the hard topics. I don't want to be scared to address the hard topics because that's not what this is about. Okay, Real Talk Tuesdays is about daily topics that we face and that needs to be addressed. And I love to have that moment of how we can come up with solutions. My solution may not be your solution, but as long as you're strategizing a solution, that's what it's about. And that's my goal and my focus here. So you guys, thanks for tuning in. This is life coach, author. My husband says I just need to go by D Evans. Okay. We know my brand is I'm a life coach. We know I'm an author, podcaster. So I need to just go by D Evans. It just sounds better. So I'm going to take that constructive feedback from my husband. So yes, guys, thanks for tuning in. This is D Evans. Make sure you check out Real Talk Tuesday next week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be blessed. Thanks for listening.